Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 266. Today what we're doing is teaching how to encompass the entire shoulder with simple foam rolling techniques. In this case, what I'm using is a peanut type roller or a double ball roller. You could take two cross balls, put them together, tape them together. You could use the device like this as well, okay? So here's what we're going to do. Considering that our shoulders might even still be a little shot from previous 15.4, a lot of handstand push-ups and overhead movements even in the previous weeks, right? We want to be able to encompass or roll the whole teardrop portion of the delt, right? So we want to be able to incorporate the anterior delt, the lateral delt, posterior delt, and we also want to be able to get some into some of the tissues up here into the upper trap region. It's really done super simple. Not everything has to be complicated. It's actually better that way because you're more likely to do it. So we're going to start on the side. That's going to be the easiest one for you guys to see. The roller is going to start just at the bottom where the delt comes down and meets your tricep, and we're going to roll up. We're going to use the wall because a lot of times using the ground is just too tender for this. You're going to notice that I'm going to take the opposite hand, the hand that is not being rolled, and I'm going to tug downwards. I'm going to take this opposite hand, I'm going to tug downwards on the shoulder that's being rolled. Okay, and I just kind of use my hips to kind of put some pressure in here. Okay, what I want to do is be able to accumulate 20 passes up and down on this lateral delt. From right there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tissue, or I'm going to turn myself so I'm towards the wall, and I'm going to roll the anterior tissue out. I'm going to hit the front of the delt, or anterior delt. I'm still going to keep my traction using my arms. And again, I just kind of use my body to move. I can hike my shoulder just a little bit if I want, and I can reach for the ground on the bottom. But what I want to do is accumulate. I'll show you on this side so you can see a little better. Accumulate 20 passes up and down. Once I do that, I'm going to hit 20 passes in the back. And again, now I'm just going to hit the posterior tissues, right? So this one's real simple. And I'm just going to come straight down. Each time I'm looking down or I'm pulling down with the hand that's not being rolled. Now, when I do the delt, it's always important to incorporate some of the upper trap tissue because it's going to be the tissue that's tugging on the rest of my delt tissue. So you can imagine if I mobilize this tissue here, but I have this tight tissue, you can see just when I pull my shirt, it's going to do a very similar action with the skin and the fascia. So I want to make sure that I get the roller, the mobility device, up into this region as well. It's done really, really simply. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of trap it between my shoulder and my head, and you're going to notice that my head has to look away, just like such. And then all I'm going to do is look down and kind of slide my head down the wall. This does two things. It gives me that increased lateral flexion, but it also gives me that pressure right on the lateral tissues that I'm looking for. So I get the scalenes and I get the upper trap depending on where I am. I can also, if I wanted to, move myself into a doorway where I could do the same thing, except now my head doesn't have to go into that lateral flexion because I can keep it in the doorway and I keep it straight. See which ones work for you guys. Just imagine incorporating all those tissues, front, side, back, and trap when mobilizing your shoulder girdle. Guys, until next time, we are optimizing function to optimize performance.